this has happened to me. So it's such a special feeling that you've got to really embrace it and enjoy it. What a wicked day.
That's why you come here to do that, didn't you?
Moosey boy trying to jump in. He's so hungry.
That's it.
Gareth, you know he works for Talk Sport because he's so clickbaity. He knows the clickbait questions. Anything that's got a clickbait answer to it, Moosey boy will answer it. I haven't got a clue yet, mate. I really don't know. It's nice to be a man of like leisure and freedom and stuff like that. And I've really enjoyed my my retirement. I had a great time. But
we tried to suck you in the other day in the car, didn't we?
Yeah, everybody. Came back there. Fuzzy, what are you doing? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. What I will say is that I've enjoyed this so much. This is a special club. This is Wrexham is a really special club. Everybody that plays for it can see it, and it's not like you know, if you live in Wrexham, you're a Wrexham fan. You are. It's as simple as that. And they've got such a catchment area where everybody's so diehard and it means so much to them, and everybody lives for the weekend. So we get 10,500 fans turn up every single home game. They sing their hearts out, and the lads that we've got are just top class, absolutely top class. And it's a pleasure to come in and work with every single one of them every single day. None of them moan. None of them there's no big times. There's no big times. There's no big times, and there are in football. There's so many big times, and there's none of them in our dressing room. And that's the bit for me that makes me go, I've really enjoyed this so much so that I'll have to think about it. It's as simple as that.
So at least contemplate it.
Yeah, for sure. You have to contemplate it, because to be part of this team, to be part of Wrexham it's a special thing. It really is.
You've had quite the career then. Where do you sort of rank the success?
Yeah, it's up there. Like even the penalty save a couple of weeks ago, that was one of the best feelings. If you could bottle that single moment and try and relive that feeling again, it would be up there as one of the best feelings I've had in football. And even today, you know, we had 15 minutes to go, we're 3-1 up, and the fans are nervous. I'm nervous. Everybody's nervous. I'm like, keep the ball away from us. Keep the ball away from me. I don't want to touch it. But the lads saw it over, and no, it is. It's a fantastic feeling. I keep saying to the lads, we've got to get drunk tonight. You have to get drunk tonight. You have to enjoy it, because they don't come along. They don't.
You come here to achieve that.
You've got celebrations at Barmy, aren't there?
Yeah.
Do you know how high you jump when you celebrate?
I don't know. I can't jump very high now. Surely, no chance. The third one, I went and jumped in with the fans. Like, it was just mad. Like did
you get in there with the fans?
Yeah, I jumped in. I was like that. But at full time, do you see it at full time, right? So my goal, I had to go and get my GoPro quick because somebody tried to nick it. But I'm thinking, nah, you know, I don't know. But then they all just rugby tackled me, and I'm on the floor, like, and there's about 25 blokes around me, just going fuzzy, and I'm lying on the floor going, oh my god, this is bonkers. And they're lifting you on the shoulders, and that's the beauty of football. Like, how good's football when stuff like that happens? That is why you come back week after week. You'll get disappointment, but then the next week you live for the big moments, and that's what football's all about.
How did you get your GoPro off the pitch?
The what, sorry?
How did you get it off the pitch?
Clinging on with dear life is what I was doing. I was clinging on with dear life. Everybody's trying to grab it, and everybody was like turning it, going screaming into it and stuff like that. But it's such a special feat. See how much it means to everybody. You know, everybody was on the pitch within seconds. You knew it was going to happen as well.
You come with 8 games to go, so you've achieved what you wanted to with a game to go as well.
Yeah, for sure. If we'd have gone into that Torquay game, oh my god, that would have been a brutal one. I think people tonight thought this was a foregone conclusion. Yeah, I think people think that we turn up for every home game and it's just, Wrexham will win. They're at home. You're never guaranteed to win. Nobody in football. Man City don't win at home every single game because they're just Man City. It's not as simple as that. They win because they work harder. They're better technically, mentally they're stronger. They are Man City. That's the reason why they do it. It's graft. Yeah, they have to put the work in. It's not as simple as turning up and winning. Same with us. We don't just turn up and lucky, yeah, we won again. It's nothing to do with that. We work so hard. That's what it's about.
Can you play the way you played this season though in the Football League next season? Both of you have been in the Football League this season.
That's yours.
I've been in very much, but every time I come here, you scored lots of goals, but the opposition scored a fair few as well. Can you play that kind of really?
Yeah, I don't see why not. There's not a massive difference between this league and the league above. Anything is
Foster. Jersey now.
This is his jersey. This stinks, by the way. Honestly, this absolutely stinks.
Are you wearing an undershirt?
Yeah.
Give me your jersey.
I'll say no, see, only can.
Are you putting that on eBay, Ryan, or what's going on?
Listen, I work in show business. We fall on hard times.
He texted me for that earlier. He did. He texted. He's so hungry for the shirt. Like he's going, make sure you don't throw that into the crowd. Right, I need that.
What's it like with these two bloody Americans?
They're brilliant. They are. They love it. They absolutely love it. Canadian, yeah, he's Canadian. Yeah, they love it. They do. They're in. They're fully in. I mean, fully in. Like they're like one of the boys at times. They won't come in shouting and raving. They come in and they celebrate and they get behind the lads because they understand that you're not always going to win. You're not always going to play 10 out of 10. You're not going to smash teams out of the park. They understand that sport is a game where the opposition want to win just as much as you do, and that's the beauty of what they do. They don't always expect instant results. You know, they've been here 2 years now. Last year was a big disappointment. This year, when you've got a Notts County who are breaking records just as much as we're breaking records, yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, this is one of the hardest leagues to get out of in the world. It really is. It genuinely is. And they need to have a look at it because it's not fair for Notts County. It really isn't. But this is the big one, I think, for them guys, because to get out of this league, like I say, is so tough. But then from now on, hopefully, we can flourish and keep climbing the league.
But you know what promotion is because you're born and you know what promotion is from when you're a kid. I think by their own admission, when they arrived, they have no idea what even promotion was.
It's mad, isn't it? I would imagine playing like in a league where you don't know.
I think that's why they love it so much. Like, people don't realise. I think they see two guys, famous guys that have just bought a club. But I think just recently, I think they're starting to see how much they actually love it. And they'll text us after games like all the time, and
buzzing,
and they're always behind the lads.
Even if we lose, it's like don't worry about it.
And they're always there for the lads, no matter what you need. They're there for the lads. And it's when you got owners like that, it just filters through the club. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, who's got the best song at YouTube, by the way?
You look more relaxed. I haven't even heard the Elliot song. What's the Elliot song?
It's the status quo one, isn't it?
Nah, it's miles better. This is.
I'll probably give Fozzie.
Would you agree with
No, to be fair, I'll start singing Fozzie's during the game as well, so he's just probably better than mine. But I will say, he's been absolutely incredible since he walked through the door, Fozzie. Not trying to lick her ass or anything, mate, but he's been incredible. He could have come in and just thought it was a National League club, but he's been incredible every day. The energy he brings, the stuff he says in the changing room, and obviously his performances. So fair play to him because he's been amazing for the lads.
It's been a pleasure, man.
You were talking about Paul the other week, Paul Mullin the other week. You sort of talking about how if someone mistimes a pass or doesn't play the pass because it's played, he's cool about it. Could you just give us a bit of insight into sort of how he operates? You know, like what's he like as a colleague?
I don't think he pays much attention to anything. Honestly, I don't. He don't get carried away with football, the media. He just goes out on a Saturday or whatever and just does it. He loves it. Honestly, he absolutely loves it. Mulls it. How good's Mulls?
Yeah,
like, strikers, don't they? Yeah? You're a defender, you know, because the defenders and goalies are probably the good ones of the team. Yeah, midfielders are right, but the goalies and defenders are normally the chill ones. Yeah, and have a nice time. Strikers have got egos, right? And he hasn't got an ego. He's got nothing about him like that. He just does his job and he goes about it like it's the most natural thing in the world. He's such a good lad, down to earth. He works hard. He's part of the team. They're the sort of players that you want. And I think tonight showed the difference between what we've got and what some other teams have got, where we've got a Paul Mullin who at certain moments he'll pull one out of the bag. He'll score you 2 goals from nowhere where it's like, wow, that's incredible. The first one with his right, second one with his left. Match winning goals. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. There were generations out there who had so much disappointment over the years, and there were teenagers and young children just they're in amazement at what's happened. What's your message to these young children starting on a new chapter?
That's what it makes it all worth it, because we know as a team, obviously I said I've only been here a year, but I can feel how much pain there's been here and how much people have suffered because it's such a big club and it doesn't belong anywhere near this league. So we want to do it for people like that. We want to do it for the older generation who's been through the suffering, and then the new generation want to inspire them. And that's what I think the owners have brought. They've just brought a whole community together, and the place, like the feeling around the place and the club and the town it's just incredible. And I think that's what it was for the lads, just to eventually, obviously having the lads coming so close last year and to actually get over the line this year, especially how hard it's been with Notts County there. It's just it's an incredible feeling, and we're so happy to do it for people like that. Yeah.
We have a Welsh language song for Wrexham, especially I Fewn i'r Goal it's called, which means into the goal. You managed that. Thank goodness. How do you how do you see the Welsh language and Wrexham?
Okay, can you tell me how you pronounce Gwasanaethau? Services.
Services.
Yeah. I see it every day.
I wonder if you could say I fewn i'r goal.
I fewn i gôr.
I fewn i'r goal, it means into the goal.
I fewn i gôr.
Goal.
I fewn i gôr. How do you say gwasanaethaw though? Is it gwasanaethaw?
A diolch yn fawr iawn.
That's not how you say it.
Gwasanaethau is what you have to.
Gwasanaethau. Gwasanaethau, there you go, yeah. Gwasanaethau.
Ben's a loudspeaker on the choir. Who just said it properly then as well?
Yeah.
Go on.
A raff. All I know is Jackie Da, that's all I want. Cheers. Cheers, let's get me a beer. Yeah. Are we done? Cheers, Jack. Cheers. Thanks for
Huh?
You called something?
Yeah. The what?
You in next?
No, I'm done. That's it, done.
Do you want me to
See you, mate. Cheers, that's all the best.
Hey, no, we should
Did it.
Out there, wasn't it? Yeah, we did it. Yeah. Good question. Hey, I'll come down to you just in the bag. Well done, lad. All the best to you, lad. Hey, Tommy, you can hashtag that. Gwasanaethau.
yeah.
Sorry.
Shall I have the garage match? Now, be below.
Just let him go. Just press the button and let him go there.
Easy day. What are you complaining about? Easy day at 9:59.
I know, I saw. We lost the goal as well. Yeah. You were ahead of us then.
Back on track.
Oh, we got China.
Have you? We played them first time. They're all right.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we're all right.
I'm not very well.
That's our
Don't worry, me and Carl will get it on my class.
I'll clap if no one else is.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you. We always win when Ian comes. Yeah, that's a given. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Well, it's got to be the latest ever press conference. No, I'm saying that it's not that late, is it? 'Cause it was. Smart me up, Amy. Smart me up.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Tommy. Thank you. Thank you. Pardon? Wow. I was talking about that. I read him. Wow. That was tense as well.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Couldn't be better.
Can I just ask what is going through your mind at the moment?
It's emotional. It's emotional because I know how much it means to all the people of Wrexham and the supporters. A bit of relief as well because the losing the playoffs last year. To put that right this year has been amazing, and Notts County have pushed us all the way. It's been an extraordinary kind of year. We've had to win nearly every game. When we won on Tuesday to have 107 points, an all-time record, and still not be promoted and still need to go again. It's been an amazing challenge, and credit to Notts County for that. But I'm immensely proud of the players, obviously, the staff, all the supporters, everyone who works at the club, the owners, because ever since I've been here, I've sensed that kind of community, togetherness, spirit, and that's what you need. And you've got to remember, we've gone away from home, and it's been everyone's cup final. Teams have come here, and it's a big game for everybody, and we've had to deal with that. And there's been a real togetherness about everybody connected with the club, and it's a great night for us.
And in the game, not the best of starts.
It's not the best of starts. It's certainly dampened the atmosphere slightly, but I felt that if we kept playing the way I know we can play, we'd get chances, and you always believe we'd take them. And at half time, I was confident. I was confident because we've got good players. I thought Bournemouth, who are a very, very good side, and I wish them all the best in the playoffs, would tire, and we'd have the quality to go and kill the game off. So it's a very special night for this area and the football club, and absolutely delighted.
The scenes of the final whistle were a bit of a blur, or did you manage to take it on?
It's a bit of a blur. I mean, those moments can be a bit surreal. You do feel has this really happened? So it's a mixture of emotion and relief as well. But just seeing the passion and the happiness on our supporters' faces. I think everybody knows now, but 15 years outside the league and the journey that this club has been on throughout those 15 years has been torturous at times, and the club nearly going out of business, and the owners coming in and what they've done, and the positivity in the town about the football club, and how they, as long as the players and the staff, have galvanised that, has been very special. And I genuinely feel this is just the start of a journey.
You've been a manager, I think, for 20 years. How does this night compare?
It's right up there. I think it's right up there because of the magnitude of the club being out of the league for 15 years, and it's a stigma, isn't it, if your club's not involved in league football, especially a club with a history of Wrexham and the size and potential of this club. So it's right up there with best nights as a manager.
And what happens now?
Party, definitely. We've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for this game. I really have been waiting for this game where we said, win and you're promoted. And there's a real focus about the staff and the players and everybody leading into this game, and we've got the job done, and I think it's very important that we celebrate, and we will, I'm sure. I think Wrexham will be mad tonight in the town centre. Hopefully I'll be in the middle of it at some point. But you've got to enjoy it, and we really will.
League Two, very quickly to be here, won't it?
Well, we've got a decent break, and we've got a chance to take stock of the situation now. And last year we had a shorter break, and but this year we've got a tour to America, which is going to be incredible for the football club to go to America. And people have been asking me about that, and I don't want to speak about that with the greatest respect, because that's pre-season. I want to concentrate on what we've got to do. There's lots of special moments ahead for this football club.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Can I ask you about the pressure you've been under? Because it's all very well having Hollywood owners and lots of money and players that people say should be playing at a higher level. Yeah. But you've then got to mould that into a team and get them over the line with the time.
Listen, getting over the line as a manager and a team is always tough. It is tough. Look at Arsenal at the moment. It is tough because the pressure mounts, the expectation. Everyone says you should do it, but equally, we've had transfer fees to spend, but I'm very, very pleased with the recruitment of the talent, but the characters we've brought into the football club, because what we were set out to do is this club needed quality players to handle the stage of playing in front of 10,000 every week, but also players were going to go to Aldershot away and Woking away and not say, what am I doing here? And make sure they understood that side of it as well. And there's so many examples of that. The lads who've got great ability but have dug deep when it's mattered most as well.
You played with some expert strikers, like back at Reading when you got promoted, Jimmy Quinn and Stuart Lovell. Paul Mullin, just talk to us about what he's got and maybe other strikers you've either coached or played with before maybe haven't got.
I think how I could summarise Paul, that if teams play a high line against us, he's great exploiting that. If they sit deep, he's good enough to drop into pockets and get on the half turn. And so he's a very difficult player to play against. He gives you challenges as a defender. And coupled with that if he misses a couple of chances, I never feel that he's going to let that knock him. He's got a real inner confidence and probably as good a mentality for a striker as I've seen.
He scored goals 2 years ago for Cambridge and getting promoted. Elliot Lee scored goals in the Championship. Ollie Palmer scored goals for Wimbledon. So that's one end of the pitch you don't need to look at for next season?
We haven't really thought about it too much, but of course we've got players who are proven above this level. The challenge for us has been getting out this division, because as everyone knows, only one team gets promoted, and but yeah, of course we've got players I think will rise to the occasion next year as well.
And last one, not quite invincible home, but not far off it.
Yeah, I mean, the one draw against Woking, and yeah, but listen, it's an incredible record, and teams have come and they've sat deep and they've tried to disrupt the game, they've pressed us high, and we've found solutions, and that's what you've got to do as a team and as a manager and assistant manager. You've got to find solutions to problems, and we've done that.
Well,
thank you. Yeah, I mean, tonight I think everybody knew. I'm sure Notts County were thinking, well, Bournemouth are probably the toughest team for Wrexham to play in a title winning game, because they'd only conceded 36 goals, the best defensive record in division. Luke's got them incredibly well drilled out of possession, so we knew that would be tough, but I still felt we had the quality to break them down, and it proved right.
And you say it's the start of a journey. How far can that journey build?
I mean, we're certainly not going to get carried away with ourselves, but there is so much potential at this football club, and today is a step, and I'm looking forward to helping the club take the next one.
You're certainly looking at your divisions.
Of course, yeah. That's, without getting carried away, that's always got to be the aim. The club's moving quickly. We've got to recruit well in the summer and make sure this squad is competitive again next year.
What was your feelings, Phil? 44 seconds when that goal went?
Yeah, and it was a goal we kind of spoke about how little lifts in behind, and you've got to be ready for that, and because Bournemouth are good at those types of situations. So yeah, I was frustrated. We all were. The crowd went very quiet for a period, but I was confident we'd respond, and wow, did the lads respond well.
Yeah, they responded before the goal, 15th minute. I think the equaliser comes, but before then it was straight away just shrugged it off and thing, wasn't it?
I think all the people who were here against Sheffield United, when we conceded a goal and lost two centre halves in the first 5 or 6 minutes, and still went on to put a great performance in, I use that as a benchmark with the lads that things happen in football. You concede goals, people come off injured, refs give you bad decisions, and you've got to keep resetting yourself as a group, and I felt the lads have done that great tonight.
And two great finishes by Moles in the second half to seal it.
Yeah, no, they are top quality goals, and I think in football you need players who are going to step up to the plate when the pressure's at its highest, and Moles has done that tonight.
I know we were stating the obvious the other day, but 2 games to go and you wanted to get it done straight away. What does it mean not having to worry about going to Torquay to get a result?
Listen, Torquay have actually been on a good run. If you look at them, they've been, before the defeat at Chesterfield, I think they'd won 5 games, and they were unlucky to draw today, and yeah, it's always a tough place to go, but listen, we can go and enjoy that now.
Yeah, well-deserved party before then, though.
We will, definitely.
Well done, Phil.
Thank you.
Apart from the Notts County game, can you identify one game you thought might have been pivotal?
I think the Notts County game was pivotal. I feel the Coventry game away in the Cup was a big game for this club, because big stage, 4,500 fans against the Championship team. And I've been a manager a long time, and I always look, when there's a bit of pressure on us, can we perform? And against Coventry, we were immense. And I remember me and Steve sat on the coach saying that's a great benchmark for us for the rest of the season, because we just performed when it mattered most in that game, and then we carried that through to the other cup games and obviously the Notts County game.
Okay, thank you.
Phil, given how high the stakes were tonight, that's got to rank one of the best performances in the season, isn't it?
Oh, without doubt. You've got to play when the pressure's on, and I said after the Notts County game, the lads turned up when it mattered most, and wow, did they turn up tonight, and especially with going a goal down. Well, we went a goal down against Notts County, didn't we? But they've turned up. They were calm, cool and collected, and they got the job done.
And just finally, looking forward to a free night in Wrexham tonight, you and the lads?
Yeah, listen, we've kept our feet firmly on the ground, but there's going to be a big party over the next few days in Wrexham, and I want all the supporters who've kind of had these tough times supporting the club to enjoy it, really embrace tonight. They've got amazing owners, or we've got amazing owners who have been so supportive to me and this football club, and for all those supporters who've followed the club over the last 15 years, I want them to enjoy tonight.
Fantastic, well done, Phil.
Yeah, the one thing we have had really well this season is, this is going to be something you've done, is the ability to reset. So something goes wrong, and there must be something you're working really hard. So how do you get them to?
Well, just by discussing that point, really, that the game plan is the game plan. We know our oppositions to play. Things go against you, like today, and we said at half time, just reset again. We know how we can create chances against Bournemouth, and we don't want to go away from that game plan. And I think there's games last year maybe where we kind of forced the game too much, and that's not how we play, and we've got to stick to how we play, and the lads have done that brilliant tonight.
Yeah, I was here 20 years ago when we had our last promotion, and that was just magic. I just want to say diolch. Thank you.
Thank you very much, appreciate it. Diolch. Sorry.
Ben Foster said he's tempted to stay on next season. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, Ben, wow. I mean, look back at that with Ben, and on the Sunday when Ryan and Rob were texting me after Rob had got injured, what's your thoughts on the goalkeeper? And I just said, look, unless someone really, really good comes available, I'm very confident in Mark Howard. He's been part of the team, which is top of the league. And by Sunday evening, I touched base with Ben's agent, and he was keen. Then I had a Zoom call with him on Monday, and you can't turn down the opportunity to bring a goalkeeper of that level. And goalkeepers are like strikers; it can be moments which can define the season. A striker taking a chance, or a goalkeeper making a big save. And the Notts County save for Ben Foster will go down in history at Wrexham Football Club. But I've said it before that, when kind of we were signing him, of course I was thinking bringing an England international into the group, how is that going to fit? But I've got to say, he's been outstanding as a person. His standards in training are amazing, and that's been the biggest thing for me, really, because there is always an element of gamble, because we've got a very grounded group of people despite the exposure we've had, and Ben has just been amazing. So listen, I just want to enjoy that we've had Ben Foster for these games. Personally, I don't want to discuss anything at this stage, but for him to be at Wrexham as a youngster and get his move to Man United and come back and get promotion, for his family and all he's done in the game, I would imagine this will rank up there with his greatest achievements in his career.
Phil, sorry, just on Ben, is he as funny in the changing rooms as he is out here? Because he's a character, isn't he?
In the changing rooms, you're on about match day?
In general,
on the training days, he's serious.
Oh yeah.
Because he trained, yeah, definitely, yeah. And in the game, before the game and half time, he's a very focused player, and I think that's important, isn't it? There's two sides to Ben, obviously, with his media career, and he's got a great personality. But business is business. You've got to be right on it, and he certainly is.
Yeah, he's fun to be around.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Phil, have the owners got anything lined up? For the players and to recognise their achievement?
I don't know, honestly, because a few of the lads were talking to me yesterday about things. I said, look, lads, I don't discuss anything other than the game. The people above us will be organising, what goes on from now on in. We'll have a few drinks tonight, I'm sure, to celebrate as a team. But we just had to focus on the game, and I really do believe that the minute you start thinking about celebrations, it detracts from what the job needs to be done, and we've done that now, so we can celebrate.
And the women's team had a promotion as well, so that's both of you now.
Yeah, no, it's great for the women's team, and that was great win for them as well. It wasn't easy to get over the line for them, so so pleased for them, and it's important. And I was here in front of 9,000 people when they won that last game of the season, and it was great.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers, Michael. See you again. See you, Rich. Thank you. I know, yeah. Cheers, mate.
Tonight you actually average down because I think every time I've seen this season or last night, there's at least 5 goals scored. What interchange
No problem, thank you. I know it's chaos today, but no, we actually get some
hopefully we'll see a lot more of next season. Thanks very much. I really do appreciate it because I know that I'm on this trip in and out. But as you can see, thank you so much. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy your
There's a sense and I can see that's something that I want to buy a drink tonight. Hey, just a straight file for Phil, please. Just a straight file for Phil.
Catch you in a week.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
That's what he does very often.
Yes, that is a lot. But yeah. We asked the question of the others.
When you get older,
Yeah.
do you know in terms of
I don't for certain, but it won't be the week after Tokyo. It's very unlikely to be the week after Tokyo. We've got the next weekend. It probably won't be that week. It's most likely to be.
We'll have to go on a holiday, aren't they?
I believe so. I don't know what the lads have told you, but yeah, there were rumours that they'll be together. And
so you'd be thinking at least 2 weeks away.
I'd imagine about May 7th time. Now we know we haven't got the playoffs. I think that'll be
to give you a ring.
Well, I mean, obviously, we'll publicise it as much as we can. I guess you'll do. You'd be looking to go out on the street, isn't it?
Congratulations.
Don't email me tonight. I'm just slightly away from it. Drop me a line or